Hi, friends, family, people who stalk me on the internet. This is an equal opportunity kind of video message because I've got a big piece of personal news. I've been living in California since 2012, and it's been an amazing opportunity in a rich and dynamic state where it seems like anything is possible. But at the same time, it's opened my eyes to one of the most extreme housing shortages in the country and a very stark reality that life is different for a huge portion of the population that can't afford to live in the place where they work. And I'm going to tackle that problem head on with a new business called How to ADU. Over the next few years, we're going to help Californian homeowners build over 180,000 new residences in the state. That's the goal, to reduce the housing shortage, to increase the availability of affordable housing, and to help homeowners build their assets and build their communities at the same time. If you want to help, then please comment on this video. You can like it. Uh, all of those things are going to help show this to more people on their feed. And actually, in these starting days, that's going to be really meaningful and it's going to help a lot. Even if you live outside of California, even if you live outside the US, on the moon, just let me know if this project interests you. And I appreciate that, even if our only connection, which is going to be true for a lot of you, is through the wine world. Which kind of brings me to the hard part of this message, where I've been working on my dream career in the wine world for 15 years now. It's been as magical as people imagine. You really get to on top of drink professionally, you get to experience life in a really unique way in that wine country lifestyle. It's been 15 years since I moved to the Languedoc-Roussillon in the south of France, and fell in love with every craggy hill and every sun-drenched apéro, and all the winds have their own names, like some kind of fantasy novel. And it's just been amazing. It's also been 10 years since I sent my first bottle of wine to a Naked Angel at Naked Wines. And I've had the opportunity to launch the US branch of nakedwines.com and grow it to be one of the biggest wineries in the country. Grow it to be the largest part of Naked, and try my hand at this whole entrepreneurial world where individuals like our co-founders could change the way the world works. It's hard to quantify how grateful I am, because like, where do you even start? It's in sunsets, in daylight, in glasses of wine. No, I never imagined how many opportunities I would get. Countless individuals have invited me into their homes and their vineyards, and whether they were kings and queens of the wine world or simple farmers, they showed me a graciousness and a welcoming to a kid who knew very little about wine. And they made it possible for me to immerse myself in this world and learn and excel. And I was treated like family everywhere I went. And I could never have had an ounce of the success I have today without that welcoming embrace. That's the wine world. And then one community in particular that I gotta call out, because Naked Wines, 10 years ago, this business saved my family's vineyard in the south of France. They turned it all around. And beyond that, they gave me a chance to grow and stretch into these new roles. And it's a community that always tries to foster that same sense of gracious generosity that I'm trying to describe as being so integral to the wine world. And it taught me the startup life. I get to call myself a co-founder of the U.S. business, which still feels like we were doing that just yesterday. And frankly, when I think back to sitting on the floor of this old Victorian house in Napa, across the street from a mortuary, really classy office, um, everybody was telling us how impossible the U.S. market would be, and honestly, it didn't seem so impossible to me sitting there on the floor that one day 500,000 people would be buying wine from our winemakers. Uh, Having goals that some people think is impossible is part of being a startup. The one part that still seems crazy, that it's crazy then, it's crazy now, is that I could be an important part of that story, and that I'd learn how to run a business at scale and have like 100 team members that are depending on me, and that I'd get to recruit the best wine team in the business, and that's more than I ever hoped for. And I owe every bit of our success to our angels, our winemakers, and my naked team. But every founder wonders when it's time. Founder's a big word. Every co-founder, whatever you call me, wonders when it's time. And as you heard at the top of this video, I have a chance, once in a lifetime opportunity to address the housing shortage in California. And it's time to seize that opportunity. Um, so I'm leaving my dream career in the wine world in the middle of a global pandemic. That's still settling in, and I want to fix decades of housing inequity, an institutional problem that the whole country faces. So I could really use your help. um, I wish I could tell you all this stuff in person if you're watching this. Changing careers is hard, even in the best of circumstances. Global pandemic has made it truly bizarre. So I'm hoping that word spreads this way. And I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments, or message me privately. And please let your friends know about what I'm doing. Let my friends know. Let the word spread, so that when we can all drink within 6 feet of each other again, we can catch up on life. And hopefully, I can tell you about how many houses we're building in California, and we can do this properly, not through news feed or whatever channel you found this video on. I still live in Napa, in wine country. How to ADU operates all over California, but I'll be based in Napa. And it turns out people in the housing sector also like it when former winemakers show up with wine at the town hall meetings. So I don't think I'll lose any of my most enviable traits. Bringing wine wherever I show up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for everything you've done. Whoever you are, I'm sure you've contributed to who I am and the success I have, and I appreciate it.